The worst part about working the night shift at a hotel isn't the loneliness. It's that at 3 in the morning, you know exactly how many guests are in the building. Every key, every name, every face. So when I looked up from the front desk that night and saw a man stepping out of the elevator, a man who wasn't supposed to exist on my guest list, my stomach dropped. Because if he wasn't a guest, then who the hell was he? And why was he already inside the hotel? It was a typical shift. Small 4-story hotel, 50 rooms total. By midnight, things usually slowed down. Just me, the glow of the lobby lights, and bad coffee keeping me awake. That night, we had maybe 20 guests checked in, mostly business travelers, a retired couple, a few younger people passing through. I knew all their faces. That was my job, to know who belonged there. So when the elevator dinking and that man in the black hoodie stepped out, I froze. He didn't look at me, didn't say a word, just kept his hood low and walked across the lobby, straight out the side exit into the night. I thought maybe he was a late check-in, but I knew he wasn't. The system showed no one fitting his description. And worse, the elevator he came from, it had just come down from the 3rd floor, but no one on the 3rd floor matched him, which meant he had come out of a room he shouldn't even have access to. I tried to calm myself, told myself I was imagining things, but the hairs on the back of my neck wouldn't go down. So I grabbed the spare key card and rode the elevator up to the 3rd floor. The second those doors slid open, I knew something was wrong. The hallway was too quiet. Not the peaceful quiet you expect, but that suffocating silence where you feel like you're being watched. Halfway down, I noticed a door, room 312, not fully shut, just cracked open. I should have gone back, but instead, I listened, and that's when I heard it. A voice, a faint whisper, coming from inside the dark room. I pushed the door slowly. The room was pitch black except for the flicker of the TV playing nothing but static. And sitting in the chair, facing the television, was the man in the hoodie. He didn't move. Didn't even acknowledge I was there. Just kept whispering to himself words I couldn't understand. "Sir?" I finally asked. No answer. I reached for the light switch, and that's when he stood up. He turned his head just enough for me to see his face. Eyes wide, unblinking, and a smile that looked wrong. Then, in the clearest whisper I've ever heard, he said, "You shouldn't be here." And before I could react, he bolted past me, straight out the door. I stumbled back into the hallway, yelling after him, but he was already sprinting down the carpeted corridor. His footsteps echoed like thunder. He slammed through the stairwell door and I chased him. I heard the metal bar crash as it closed behind him. By the time I reached the parking lot exit, he was gone. No car, no footsteps, no shadow in the distance. Just gone. Like he'd vanished into the night. I called the police. They searched the room top to bottom. Nobody was checked in there. The door had been unlocked from the inside. And on the desk beside the flickering TV was something I'll never forget. A stack of photographs, dozens of them. Photos of our hotel guests, taken from the peepholes of their doors. Every single one. And the last photo was of me, behind the front desk, taken just hours earlier. The police never found him. No leads. No explanation of how he got into that room. I quit that job a week later. But sometimes when I close my eyes, I still see him, sitting in that chair whispering to the static. And I wonder, was he just a drifter? Or was he waiting for something? Or for someone? Either way, I will never work another hotel night shift again.